Hello everyone. In the last video, we have talked about how Zhi Yao, the new leader of the Zhi family, demanded that the Zhao family cede land to him. But the Zhao family refused. As a result, Zhi Yao decided to lead an army to attack the Zhao family. At that time, the nobles each had their own lands or territories, but to serve the ruler of Jin and discuss national affairs, they usually stayed in the capital of Jin state. The capital is Xintian. Now it is Homa city of Shanxi province. They stayed in Xintian with their families and some loyal followers. This is similar to how Chinese provincial governments now have offices in Beijing. Very similar. Zhi Yao prepared to attack the Zhao family's base in Homa, and he notified the Wei and Han families together to join him. When Zhao Wuxu heard the news in advance, he prepared to flee the capital of Jin, Xintian. While considering where to go, his followers suggested Changzi is the closest is the closest from Homa. Actually, it's about 1,170 kilometers from Homa to Changzi, and the fortress has just been completed. Zhao Wuxu said, "The people have just completed a huge project of fortress and are already exhausted. Who would be willing to defend the city now?" The followers then suggested, "So how about Handan? Handan has full granaries and is also a good place. Handan is now Handan city of Hebei province." Zhao Wuxu said, "The local officials have already deprived the people of their wealth. Now if we go and take their lives, who will help me? We should go to Jinyang." Jinyang is a place where that his dead father told him. "We should go to Jinyang, now Taiyuan city. Jinyang is the old stronghold of the Zhao family, and Yingduo is kind to the people there. The people's hearts will surely be with us. So in a hurry, they fled to Jinyang. Zhi Yao personally led the combined forces of the three families, Zhi, Han, Wei three families, to attack Jinyang. This siege lasted intermittently for almost 3 years, and they managed to surround Jinyang on all sides, but still couldn't capture the city. Nearby Jinyang, it was a river called Fen River, and Zhi Yao ordered his army, the river to be diverted to flood Jinyang. The flood waters surrounded Jinyang city with waves as high as the city walls. But the water still didn't flood over. The city was cut off from supplies and struggled to survive, with rising water levels gradually collapsing people's stuffs and living fish and frogs everywhere. Observing from a hill outside the city, Zhi Yao, accompanied by Wei Ju and Han Hu, heads of two families, so that it wouldn't be long before Jinyang would fall. It wouldn't be long. Overjoyed, he said, "Today, I finally understand that water can destroy a country." Upon hearing this, Wei Ju and Han Hu suddenly nudged each other, realizing that the Fan River could also flood Anyi. Anyi is now in Xia County, also in Shanxi province. It was the Wei family's base, and the Jiang River could flood Pingyang. Pingyang is a Han family's base. Now is in Linfen, Shanxi province. Back at the camp, one of Zhi Yao's ministers, Chi Ci, secretly warned Zhi Yao the Han and Wei families might rebel. Zhi Yao asked, "How do you know?" Chi Ci replied, "It's just common sense. Clearly, they must realize that once the Zhao family is destroyed, their families will be next. We agreed to divide the Zhao family's land after defeating them. Now the city is about to be flooded. The people inside are starving and turning on each other. And the Jinyang will fall soon. They should be happy. But instead, they look worried. If they aren't plotting something, that would be strange." Zhi Yao didn't believe it. And the next day, Zhi Yao told Han Hu and Wei Ju what Chi Ci had said. They felt wronged and swore. This must be a ploy by the Zhao family to sow discord among allies, making you suspect and guard against us, thereby easing the siege on Jinyang. Think about it. We wouldn't be so foolish as to give up the Zhao family's territory that's within our grasp for something risky. For something risky and unfeasible. After they left, Chi Ci came again. Chi Ci came in and questioned Zhi Yao. "Why did you tell them what I said yesterday?" Zhi Yao was surprised and asked, "How did you know?" Chi Ci replied, "I saw them glance at me and hasten their steps. Clearly, they know I've seen through their plans." Zhi Yao wouldn't admit his mistake. Seeing the impending disaster, Chi Ci requested to be sent on a diplomatic mission to the Qi state to escape the danger. During this time, Zhao Wuxu, trapped in the besieged city, Jinyang, sent his secret emissary, Zhang Mengtan, to sneak out and at night and meet with Wei Ju and Han Hu. He reminded them, as the saying goes, if the lips are gone, the teeth will fill the coat. Once the Zhao family is destroyed, you too will be next. Wei Ju and Han Hu said, we understand that, but if we act prematurely and news leaks, disaster will strike immediately. Zhang Mengtan replied, "Your strategy will be known only to you, two lords, and me." Zhang Mengtan, since it concerns our three families' survival, how could it leak? Wei Ju and Han Hu agreed on a date to act and send Zhang Mengtan back to Jinyang. On the appointed day, Zhao Wuxu sent allied troops to launch a surprise attack on Zhi's guards, breached the dike and let the floodwaters rush into Zhi's camp. The Zhi forces were thrown into chaos, and the Han and Wei forces attacked it from the flanks. Zhao Wuxi personally led his troops forward, capturing Zhi Yao alive and immediately beheading him. The entire Zhi family was exterminated except for Zhi Guo, who had anticipated this outcome under Zhi Yao's leadership and had changed his surname to Fu, thus escaping the massacre. The three families then divided the Zhi family's lands among them. From then on, only the Zhao, Wei, and the Han families remained in Jin state. Also nominally nobles, they were more powerful than many small states at that time. The Zhi family had justified their actions by claiming to restore the glory of Duke Wen of Jin and revive Jin's hegemony, bringing the three families to the brink of life and death. No one could guarantee that others, or even other lords, wouldn't use this excuse to challenge the three families of Jin. Therefore, they decided to present gifts to King Wei Lie of Zhou, requesting to be made new lords, aligning their power with their titles. Surprisingly, King Wei Lie agreed. This is how the partition of Jin into three families occurred, and that's the story behind it. With the story of the partition of Jin concluded, Sima Guang, a very famous prime minister of Song dynasty, comments on this part in the Zhi Zi Tongjian. He believes that the Zhi family's downfall was due to Zhi Yao's talent exceeding his moral character. Talent and morality are different matters, and ordinary people find it hard to distinguish between them. Seeing a person's talent and capability, people praise them as wise, often misjudging them. Talent means being smart, perceptive, strong-willed, and resolute, while morality means being upright, balanced, just, and gentle. Talent is a foundation of morality, and morality is a matter of talent. Zhi Yao was skilled in riding and archery, but he couldn't defeat an entire army. He was proficient in many skills, but couldn't understand or handle everything. He was good at strategy, as seen when he acquired lands from the Han and Wei families without bloodshed. However, because he was excellent in many areas, he ignored the advice of his ministers. When the combined forces of the Zhao, Wei, and the Han families targeted him, how could he withstand it? Hence, lacking virtue to match his position led to his downfall. Having both talent and morality makes one a sage. Lacking both makes one a fool. Having more morality than talent makes one a gentleman. Having more talent than morality makes one a villain. In administration, Sima Guang believes that if you can't find a sage or gentleman, it's better to use a fool than a villain. Why? Because a gentleman uses his talents for good deeds, while a villain uses his talents for evil. Using talent for societal benefit is like adding flowers to a bouquet. Using talent for evil is a disaster. A fool may want to do bad things, but lacks the wisdom and strength, so they can't achieve it, even if they want to. However, I personally disagree. Sima Guang's classification of people is clear, and I agree that lacking virtue for one's position leads to bad outcomes. But he is too idealistic. Human nature is complex and variable. People can't be neatly categorized into saints, gentlemen, villains, and fools. Often, the same person's behavior is gray, not black or pure white, depending on the situation and people involved. For example, the famous Tang Dynasty Prime Minister Wei Zheng, praised by Emperor Taizong as his mirror, was known for flattery and corruption under Emperor Yang of Sui Dynasty, called Sui Yangdi. Okay. However, under Emperor Taizong of Tang Dynasty, he became upright and outspoken, offering beneficial advice. So was he a gentleman or a villain, or just a comedian? The key is understanding human nature and using people appropriately based on the situation, rather than relying on a binary classification. Okay, that's all of today's video, and please like and subscribe on my channel. Thank you, guys.